channel. I'm Ariana from Crafting Happiness, and today I'm going to show you how to crochet in a third loop only. In previous videos I showed you how to crochet in a front and back loop only, and today I'll show you how to crochet on the side loop, also known as the third loop. So let me show you. A regular stitch looks like a V, and it's made out of the front loop, which is the loop towards you, and the back loop, which is the loop away from you. Okay, and on each side of it there is one loop. Sometimes it's harder to join. On each side you will have a loop, which we call the third loop. So you have it on both sides of your work. And this is the third. This is the third one. When you crochet in the third loop only, the V from the front and back loops are pushed forward or backwards depending which loop you choose, and that creates a beautiful knitted effect on your work. And if you do that when you're working around for amigurumi or granny squares or anything like that, it will give a beautiful raised design, and it just looks like you just sewn an applique on top of it. So I use that a lot when I create cute faces on granny squares or anything like that that looks like an applique. This gives a beautiful look like that. So I have started with a row of half double crochet stitches. If you don't know how to crochet a half double crochet stitch, I have a series of 8 videos that show you how to crochet the basic stitches. So if you just started crocheting, check out my crochet channel, Crafting Happiness. You'll find all the videos you need to get you started. So start with a row of half double crochet and let's get started. Like you see, I will do the loops in front to begin with. And it doesn't really matter what stitch you choose to make. The technique is the same, so it really doesn't matter. So let's start by chaining 2. That's my half double crochet for the first stitch, and then yarn over, and instead of inserting a hook under these 2 loops, we'll be inserting the hook in a side loop. So you can see the V there and the side loop. And just do your half double crochet or the stitch you chose to make as usual. And there it is. So yarn over. You can see now how the V starts to be pushed forward. That will make it easier to see the side stitches. Insert a hook in a third loop alone. You can see the V in the front there. Yarn over, do your half double crochet. Again, third loop only. Don't touch the V. Do your half double crochet. So let me finish this row for you so you can see how this beautiful stitch creates a knit-like effect, and it's just gorgeous on so many projects. So just the back loop, the third loop like we call it, or the side loop. I really don't know why they call it a third loop, because this loop it's on both sides of the stitch, so then it should be a fourth loop as well, I guess. I call it a side loop. Right, the last one is usually harder to see. I just crochet in the chain. Okay, so that's the row as finished. From the front doesn't look anything special, but when you turn it around and you can see this beautiful pattern, all the V stitches are there, the front loop and the back loops, they just been pushed forward, and that just looks absolutely beautiful. So now I showed you how to do it in a side loop or third loop on front of you, so the one closer to you. On the next row I'll show you how to do it on the back or away from you, and then these will be pushed forward on the same side. If you do them on the front, the V's will be on the other side and just doesn't really look very good. Well, it depends what you want to do, but if you want the front and back loops forward, you just have to find the side loop in the back. So we'll be doing that. Still with a half double crochet, but like I say, it doesn't really matter. Use double crochet, single crochet, any stitch you like. It's all the same. So let's start by chaining 2. That's why I made my half double crochet. And then in the back, find the side loop, and you can see them. It's right there. And then it's right there. That's all you have to do. Okay. So to begin with, it's a bit fiddly. It's a bit fiddly, but don't be discouraged. Practice makes perfect. So here it goes. I skip the V, and I'm crocheting in that side loop or third loop alone. Yarn over and do your half double crochet as usual. Don't be worried about those gaps, they will flatten as you work. Okay, so that's one. Now next stitch we'll be skipping this V and do the back loop, well, side loop. Okay, so that is the loop on the side that you need to crochet in, and do your half double crochet in there, and you can see now how the V's get pushed forward, and they will be alongside the previous round. So let's continue. It's a bit fiddly until you get used to it. We'll be doing the next stitch in here, just the loop behind it. So find the loop. Okay, the nails don't help. Okay, so that is the loop, and crochet in that loop alone. There you are. Half double crochet in it, and you can see now clearly how the V's get pushed forward. So let me show you again. It's a bit fiddly if you're not used to it. So instead of crocheting in this stitch, which is the front loop and back loop, turn it around and you'll find a stitch right there. That is the stitch right there. So do your half double crochet or whatever stitch you chose to make. There it goes. That's the stitch, and you can see it in every single stitch is behind it. And there you are. This is how you crochet in the third loop or back loop, like I call them. And you can make it with any stitch you like. Obviously, the longer the stitch, the bigger the gap in between the knits, these little V's. So it's up to you, and it's up to the design you're making. So I hope you found my tutorial easy to follow. Don't forget to follow me on social media and subscribe to my channel for more free tutorials like this one. Happy crocheting!